Good morning. We are speaking to you directly from the Electra Mining Africa Conference at the Nasrec Showgrounds here in Johannesburg, where XYLEM Water Solutions South Africa has pulled out all the stops to create a cutting-edge stand to best display their globally renowned products. Rick, as marketing manager for Middle East and Africa at XYLEM Water Solutions South Africa, you had the task of commissioning and overseeing the display area at the Electra Mining Africa Conference. What was your vision at the outset of the project?
We wanted a very clean, open stand. We wanted to go for something that is reminiscent of an art gallery with very strategically placed pieces all over the floor. We wanted to keep it clean and create a space where people will be able to walk through, feel comfortable to walk through, have a look around, look at the products, engage with the staff, and just have that feeling of openness and space.
Rick, how does this year's Electra Mining Expo compare to previous years? More specifically, what did XYLEM Water Solutions South Africa do differently this year?
So this year, Electra Mining is bigger, better. They're expecting a lot more visitors to come through the show doors. The organisers availed a toolbox for marketers to facilitate them and help them to promote the event and get more traffic through the door. From a XYLEM perspective, we've done a very different stand. Like I said earlier, we wanted to go for something completely different, something open, and also something that complies with international XYLEM trends and XYLEM stands.
Perryn, how did you come up with this year's concept for the stand? What was your inspiration?
Well, my inspiration was obviously Rick. When we went through to meet him, he was very clear about what he wanted. He wanted a stand that looked like an art gallery. He also wanted it to be very open so that people actually walked onto the stand. So I think we fitted that brief very well. So we went back to the design department and they came up with the the bulkheads, just to follow the line of the water, just the flow of water, which also brought a lot of light onto the stand. Then we went down to floor level and did high gloss white floors, which just reflected that blue line of the bulkheads as well. Introduced the water walls, and that was a water element which Rick also wanted on the stand, so we fit that really quite well.
Rick, what are some global XYLEM trends you incorporated into the stand?
Global trends, minimalistic, open, clean, inviting, a lot of white space, obviously, as you can see as well. Like Perryn said as well, the white floors and the whiteness just accentuates all the products. You don't want a stand that's cluttered. People don't want to move onto a stand that's overly cluttered. Because the stand is accessible from both sides, you've got traffic from both sides. So a lot more people are walking through the stand, which is exactly what we want.
XYLEM Water Solution has been the talk of the Electra Mining Africa Conference, not only for the amazing products and stand, but also for the energetic performers popping up all over the show. Could you tell us a bit more about this group and what the idea was behind it?
This year we decided to engage the services of an industrial theatre group, and they've basically been tasked with interacting with customers inside the halls, outside on the promenade with potential customers. They do various dance acts, some really funky tunes. They're quite good at that. They do draw a crowd, and that's what we want. We want something different. They are brand ambassadors, and it's their task to get the people to the stand and make people aware of the XYLEM brand.
Perryn, your team had the challenging task of constructing this magnificent stand behind us. Please tell us a bit more about Mthunzi Exhibitions.
Mthunzi have been around since 2005, but Charmaine Fenter, who's the owner of Mthunzi, she's been in the industry for over 30 years, so we have a lot of experience with anything that comes our way as regards to clients. We have our own design department on site as well as our own factory, and they're such a good team, as well as our sales and project management, that we just love good clients, especially XYLEM and Rick. It's been a real pleasure, it really has.
Please tell us some more about your role at Mthunzi Exhibitions.
That's a lot. I'm an account executive, so basically, in connection with somebody who approaches me for an exhibition stand, I'm in sales, and then of course I project manage the stand, which is right from conception. So I go to see the client, get the brief, then brief my designer, work along with the designer as far as the client's expectations of the exhibition stand is concerned, and then of course from then it's just go, go, go. We order services for the stand. We're basically a turnkey company. So we handle everything on the stand, and we do that pretty well. So I'm there from the start, as well as on the stand during the show, until we break down.
Name some of the challenges you faced regarding the design and construction of the stand.
I think one of the biggest challenges was definitely the weight of XYLEM's water pumps. So we just had to make sure that the floor was packed and constructed and reinforced to make sure that, you know, that it wouldn't break. And also the plinths as well. You know, some of the plinths are pretty high, so we just had to make sure that that was reinforced inside.